Hi, Mrs. Perez. I'm Dr. Gagliardi, and I'm going to be your orthopedic specialist to help you today.
Great, hi, it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. How did you get here?
Good, thanks. There was no traffic.
Oh, awesome. Sometimes the morning traffic can be really brutal.
I know, especially on the highway over there.
Yeah, for sure. Well, happy to hear that. Anyways, we have about 10 minutes together, and if it's okay with you, I want to ask you a couple questions.
Yeah, of course.
Great. So, what brings you in today?
So I've been having some knee pain for a few months now, and I have a pretty high tolerance for pain, so I always kind of brush it off, but now it's just really consistently bothering me.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, so I'm a very active person, but it's never, held me back from working out or doing any of my daily activities. But lately there's just been a lot of uncomfort around like the outside of my knee, and I've been, taking the over-the-counter medicines, but it's just not doing the job.
Okay, so you said you're having a lot of discomfort on the outside part of your knee.
Yes.
Can you describe that pain? Is it like a sharp feeling pain?
It's not sharp, but more of like a tight, like pulling pain, and just more really uncomfortable.
Okay. Wow, so that must be pretty tough. Does that affect you all throughout the day?
Well, mostly when I'm in like consistent position, so either really keeping it bent or straight. I'm on my feet a lot at work. I work in a daycare, so I'm up and about with the kids all the time, and then I also work part-time at the library, so I'm sitting all the time at the desk. So it's kind of in either or position.
I see. So at work, this must probably impact your ability to play with the kids and give them the attention they need. So that's probably pretty tough.
Yeah, and it's a little stressful because I don't want to be sitting down or get caught by my boss because, my jobs are important to me, so I don't want to lose that.
Of course, yeah, that'd be a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, I think I could ask you a few more questions to try to help better understand what's happening, and hopefully we can solve the problem and get you back to work pretty quickly. So the first thing I want to ask is that this has been bothering you for a few months, and have you tried anything that would make it better?
So I've been taking mostly Tylenol, but it kind of wears off pretty quickly for me. It doesn't help that much.
Okay, and the pain, does it radiate anywhere?
It's mostly towards the outside of my knee, on the lateral side.
Okay, great. So now I want to ask you about your past medical history. This is just important because sometimes things that happen in the past can affect, your treatment and how we want to proceed today.
Okay.
Great. So, tell me about your past health in the last couple years.
I've been relatively healthy. I work out a lot. I try and eat clean. So for myself, there really hasn't been any medical history that would be alarming.
Okay, great. And are you allergic to any medications?
Yes, I'm allergic to penicillin.
Okay. So now I want to ask you a little bit about your family's health. Things can be hereditary or passed down. We look at things like arthritis can run in families. So can you tell me about your grandparents' health?
Yeah, so my grandparents on both sides were pretty healthy except for one grandparent. My grandmother, she was pretty ill for the whole time that I knew her as a child until she passed away in high school.
Wow, I'm sorry. That's probably a hard time to go through something like that, especially during the middle of school.
Yeah.
Okay, can you tell me a little bit more about your grandmother's health?
Yeah, so she had breast cancer, but it wasn't found until like stage 3, so it was pretty hard to get, a hold of, and unfortunately she passed away from it.
Wow, that's too bad. Breast cancer's been it's had a big impact on a lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
And I'm sure more than just your grandmother. How was your parents through that?
So my parents maybe emotionally were distressed, but as for their health and their history, they've had a healthy background, which I think I'm lucky for.
Right, yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And do you have any medical conditions that you're aware of?
Not really, except for I think the tendinitis that a previous physician had told me before I came to see you. And I also have asthma.
Okay. And thank you. That's good to know. So I want to ask you a little bit about your social history.
Okay.
And this has to do with your lifestyle, and it helps us figure out treatment. So what would a typical weekend look like for you?
On the weekends, I like to relax since I do work 2 jobs during the week. So I mostly spend it with friends and family. I do like to get a workout in on Saturday mornings if I can. Maybe happy hour if there's an occasion to celebrate.
Okay, yeah, you sound very active, which is great. We definitely recommend, staying physically fit. How's your diet?
My diet's pretty clean for the most part. I like to track what I eat with the help of some apps. So
great, that's a great option. It makes it definitely easier. So you seem like you're exercising, you're eating well. How's your sleep?
My sleep is pretty decent. For an adult, I like to try and get between 7 and 8 hours.
Yeah, that's great. And not everyone can say
no.
they get that much. And any alcohol use on the weekends when you're out?
Maybe on occasion, like I said, if it's like a special birthday or we're celebrating an accomplishment, but other than that, not frequently.
And any recreational drugs?
No.
Tobacco use?
No.
Okay, great. So that's what I need to know to get the information. And you have about maybe 30 more minutes until your scheduled MRI.
Okay.
So I'm going to be back. I'm going to consult with another physician. Is there anything else I can help you with today?
No, thank you. You've asked a lot of good questions.
Okay, thanks.